Hey, this is Yafravan, and today I'm going to be going over some bug fixes and improvements that I made following some comments from people. So this is just to walk you through what's changed. I'll start off real quick with the customize. Some of you have said you don't enjoy looking at sections you don't use, so the customize mode will open visibility, and apart from the one you're currently in, you can just flag things. You'll see that they do disappear over there, so I'm just going to really quickly flag these all down. You see that I've now dropped this to just operations and server, keeping it nice and clean. In my case, I do want to see everything, so I'm going to leave it as is. It's fix number 1, or addition, I should say. We go to server, and I click on backups. This is a one-click backup, and this backs up all 4 databases for VMaNGOS. This also backs up the VMaNGOS admin table, so for the website, if you will, the SuperUI, as well as the core source. I think some people aren't as interested in the core source, but given that I'm constantly modifying mine for the AI bots engine that I'm building in C#, I decided to go ahead and put all 3, but you can just click them like this, so you can flag what you want. You can put a note, you can do create backup, and you can also just restore them from these 3 buttons. So this is just like a fun way. You want to modify something, but you don't want to screw anything up. Create a backup, go back to it. So there's that. This is an addition. We go to content. Let's start with items. I had a great comment that said, look, I'm unable to jump between these. Navigating is taking a long time, etc., etc. So what you have here is the ability to just, make this 200, 500, not infinite, but by the time you're at 500, we have 36 pages. So hopefully this is an addition that just makes it easy for those that like using that. I went ahead and did then the same thing for everything. So spells also has improved pagination. Game objects, again, improved pagination. And same thing with the database explorer. When we click on a table, let's say, you can just improve this. 200 is now the new min, blah, blah, blah. Second thing here on database explorer, please let me resize the columns. Okay, columns can be resized. So there's that. New addition, that is a work in progress, the function graph. Still don't think I refined this to where I want it, but this is for me to use with LLMs to quickly kind of drill down, given just how much data there is. You click on, this is a function within the C++ engine. It tells you who the callers are. It tells you, called by, and then you can see in both directions if I hit register self and yada, yada, yada. This is a little ugly. You can export the trees so that you can see what all calls what, but this is just a very rough work in progress. Maybe I really, remove it later if it turns out to be not that useful. You'll see the bots section. This isn't really all that useful for anybody yet, because until I fork out my own VMaNGOS core, you don't have the listener. But basically, I have bots that are running inside of the core, but they're communicating to C# where I'm managing their personalities, what they're doing, and just working on interacting with them, getting them to move and talk, yada, yada, yada. Let's go to instance loop. I had somebody say, hey, it'd be nice if I could add a specific item to a specific boss. So go to Sunken Temple. I don't know, let's click Zolo. I'm going to add item to the loot table. Let's start searching. Let's do Thunder Fury, why not? Now, if you do the creature loot template, that's this right here, and that's mostly your basic items. So you're probably going to want to go into the shared pool. And you're going to want to, generally speaking, choose competing pool. Now, what this should do is automatically adjust. Like, let's say I gave this a 2% chance, or I'm going to be silly and put 10. But once I've added that, it has to adjust everything else to compensate for you having added this item into the table, right? Because it needs to make space effectively. You can delete items out of the loot tables, which wasn't there before. And then you can also just do a reset, back to what it was before we started mucking about with it. And I think that's about it. Thanks for tuning in.